There we go. Just wanted to turn my volume down. And oops. Oh shoot, I just closed it. That was bad. I didn't actually do that, but oh well. Good, that's working. Just make sure. Perfect. See if I can ever start winning. Oh wow, they're way, way, way higher than me. I definitely won't win this one. I'm not sure. Okay. It's basically a trade, but it still seems weird that they did that to me. Of course, I have no advantage. I just decided to trade a bunch. But I have no advantage from all that. Nice. You really can't stay there. Oh, that was obvious. Wow, I am quite dumb. It does avoid their threat, however, so I guess it's kind of okay. But I should have taken the bishop, or I should have taken the knight for free instead of giving away a piece. But if nothing else, I guess I've been avoiding the check or the mate attempt or whatever it is they're doing. Let's see. Hello. How are you doing? I haven't won for like the last couple of days very much at all, so it's crazy, but I'm kind of doing okay this game. I mean, at least we're tied so far. But it's alright. Yeah, doing alright. Um, I feel like I haven't been on as much. I think I've still been doing a decent amount, but I'm trying to do almost every day. I was on a little bit yesterday evening, but I'll be on a lot tomorrow and then the next like 3 days. So definitely try to morning and evening as much, or sorry, afternoon and evening as much as I can. Some days that doesn't work, but I'm excited to be doing a lot of these next few days. Had a new guy join a couple nights ago, and I actually watched a streamer and asked him a couple questions, and he and somebody else in his chat followed me without me even streaming that day, so that was kind of fun. So I'm up to 43. So yeah, hopefully I get to 50 followers really soon. And like I said, affiliate. The hardest thing about affiliate is the follow up. Getting the average of 3 viewers. That's going to be the hard part. I think I'm averaging around 1 or a little bit higher. I usually have 3 or 4 at some point during the stream, but as far as like an average for the whole time period, it's going to be a long time before it's 3. So we'll see. But making progress. That's the main thing, I guess. Huh. This could be interesting. I don't know if this is good or not. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you know what number. I would, and honestly, it's hard for me to keep track because some people like follow and unfollow and stuff like that, and I can't even keep track of like, okay, so what's really going on here? But anyway, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know it showed what number you are. Um, so that's really neat. Man, what do I do here? I guess I'd be okay with trading if that's what they want to do. Hey, I moved. Oh, I can't go there. Duh. Okay. Um, I don't know where I should be going here. Wow, they're definitely going to win, which is weird because they're not even developed at all. But I can't make any progress. Oh, it's so sad. I guess I have an attacking idea, maybe, but I'm sure they'll see it. It's weird. I thought they moved the B's. I thought they played B6 so they could put the bishop on B7, but then they put their pawns there to block that diagonal, so I have no idea what they're doing. I guess they're just doing random stuff, like I am, which is kind of funny. The funny thing is, I'm doing the exact same attacking idea they tried to do to me earlier, so there's no way they could miss it. I might even play C3 just to be a defender on the pawn for the rest of the game, and that way the bishop can go somewhere else if it wants to. Okay. Hmm. I have no idea what's going on in this game. If they take the pawn, I'll take with the bishop. Yep. I like that. And that will leave their pawn isolated and attack the queen. And keeping my pawns nice, so I like this. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, I like this move. If they take the knight, it's checkmate. And if they don't, I can take the pawn and potentially trade bishop and knight for queen, which they wouldn't want to do anyway. So I feel like this is a pretty solid attack. I thought about just taking the bishop, but really that just opens the file for the rook and helps them out more than anything, so this seems a lot better. Of course, I could also potentially play knight f6. Oh, their knight is there too, so that's not very good. The pawn wouldn't be able to capture those, so if the knight happened to not be there, that could be a good move too, but I like this. And if they decide to do nothing with this, I might just take with the knight. And no, I should take with the rook first. Um, sorry, not rook, bishop. I should take with the bishop and then crease that fork. So they really have to do something here. So curious to see what they come up with because it looks pretty dangerous right now. Okay, so that does block the bishop from coming in. I actually like that quite a bit because the knight I basically just stayed for free. So that's not bad. Good night, knight. And it's check. Okay. Now what? The pin is not there anymore. Actually, the pawn is pinned to the bishop. I am going to go back here because the pawn is still pinned. If the queen takes, I still have checkmate. Of course, they can put the rook there, but this is still hard for them. Ooh, they probably can just. Well, they can take my knight, and then I could take the bishop, so it would be a trade. But yeah, now they are able to take the knight. So I probably should have moved it, but not. I'm not too worried about it. Now that I'm up a piece, I'd be okay to trade here. And getting my rook into the action also. Okay. Very interesting. So the bishop isn't doing very much right now. The f8 rook is going to guard that pawn at least for a couple more turns. I'm seriously thinking maybe bishop e3, and then moving the knight might be a good idea. And this would also give a discovered attack on the queen, which would be nice. And it blocks the rook from taking mine, which I'm also okay with. Their pawn is now hanging, but that's the isolated one, so it's not a huge priority. It's just always going to be a weakness for them. But taking it would also be that discovered attack on the queen, so I very well might just do it, unless I can find a better knight move. Oh boy, they're just so eager to advance their pawns, apparently. Okay. I guess I'll take it. Not sure if that's good, but hopefully it's okay. Feels like they're really playing with fire, but maybe not. Very good move. I'm probably just dead here. Let's see, if I move the bishop, they take rook with bishop, I take the rook there. This is just bad. I'm probably in really bad shape right now, honestly. Um, I think I'm in a really terrible position here. I can't believe it. It's not the worst because I'm already leading by a decent amount, but it, at best, will be tied again, I think. I might get lucky and actually win, but we'll see. I'm not ahead anymore like I was earlier. If you take with the pawn, I'll attack with the bishop. Okay, that's pretty good. That's what I expected. Oh, it's not really a big deal. They can just move the king. I don't know why I thought they didn't have to do that. But this is actually totally okay for them. I didn't really have a choice because that actually the queen was defending it, so I guess I didn't have to do that. Dang it! It's probably good that I did though. Okay. That rook can take, that's all it can do because it's pinned. So I should probably take the bishop, honestly. And part of me doesn't even want to worry about that. Oh man, that's crazy. That's actually decent. I wasn't even, that's lucky. I didn't even think about that. Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you doing? I really appreciated you following when I was on your stream earlier. That was awesome. It's good to see you. Oh man, you might have said that before. I don't know if you were talking about now or if you were talking about the previous move. Um, I like what I've done here though because they literally only have the queen and pawns left, and I have the um, I have a bishop still. So I feel like I'm really inclined to just take the bishop at this point, just for the sake of being not allowing them to have an extra piece. But yeah. Well, that's good. I don't, I like to tell people, hey, you can discuss stuff in chat, and I'll probably just make a move before I look at chat or come up with the idea before, because if I'm playing against another, um, if I'm playing against another viewer, that's one thing, but if I'm not, then it's not that fair to my opponents necessarily. I have to admit, I've really been struggling though. I haven't won for like a few days. Other than a viewer who is like way lower rated than me. And so this is the first win I've had in a long time, which is kind of funny because they are way higher at the moment as well. So pretty happy about that one. But the other thing is, if I am playing viewers, it would be cool if there's people in chat that want to talk about it and they can help both players because that way it's even or whatever. So, but yeah, generally I'll just come up with the idea and then do whatever. So yeah, I felt a little bit silly giving away my rook, but it was trapped on f1, didn't have any moves, so I didn't really have a choice, and it ended up working out. But I felt pretty good the whole game, so could be a good day. We'll see. How are you doing? Yeah, thanks. I'm really glad you stopped by. It's good to see you, and have a good rest of the day, and talk to you another time. Let's see. I I used to play the Sicilian a lot. I've kind of taken a break from it, but I enjoy it. I feel like in the past there was like never opposite side castling, and that's one reason that I quit doing it. But it's kind of different now. I feel like more people are willing to opposite side castle even at lower levels now, so it's kind of fun. Oh wow. I'm not particularly excited about this. I might have to do. Oh shoot! I should have done the knight move first. Dang it, that was a mistake. I should have played knight c3. Okay, they didn't do it, so I'm a lot more comfortable now. Um, I was thinking they would play knight g5, and I wanted to. If they play knight g5, I like to play knight e5 to defend the pawn and also attack the bishop. So thankfully they made another move first, so it gave me a chance to prepare. Whoa, my connection is showing that I'm disconnected, but I'm not. Wow, why is it showing my connection being so bad? That's kind of scary. Hmm. Well, if it disconnects, I guess I will know why. Hopefully there won't be any issues, but I don't know why it's showing that. Huh. Okay, well, looks like we're going to be castled on the same side, which is a little bit sad. I guess I could castle on the other side if I really wanted to. Maybe I'll just not commit yet, and then I can do that if I want to. My bishop can also get out easily, so maybe it's not a bad idea to try to castle on the other side. Okay. I think I like this. I don't think they have too many great options at the moment. I see, like, well, they can back up. They can definitely back up on the diagonal if they want to. Um, Interesting. I'm also thinking about pinning the knight, but I don't think that's necessarily going to do very much. Hmm. Knight. Oh, attacking the queen. Very understandable, actually, I suppose. Ooh, that would be check as well, so I guess I have to deal with it. Okay. I guess I'll be dumb and block the bishop from coming out. I'm not sure what else to do at this point. Oh man, that was a waste. I should have seen that coming. Not a good place to let the knight hang out, honestly. Okay, I kind of actually like that move, to be honest. Huh. So I might do queen back to c7 after I take the knight, and we'll see. Huh, very interesting. Wow, that really surprises me. I don't understand. Um, wow. I'm not sure why they took with that pawn. That's a very interesting move, to be honest. That could be really dangerous if my rook is opened there. So I think I want to try to castle now, maybe. maybe I should just, well, I kind of wanted to do this for anyway. They don't really have a great place for the knight to go right now, at least in my territory. And that pawn move is a move I wanted to make anyway. I don't want to go for the b2 pawn because since I'm planning to castle there, I like the idea of making them move their pawns instead of, opening that file for them. So we're just going to do this and start the pawn advance, I think. But my last increase was good. I went up 11 for my last victory because they were so far ahead of me, so that gave me back a lot of points easily. And now, maybe I can, start going up a little bit. We'll see how it all plays out. Man, this is a really rough one because part of me really wanted to take with the G pawn, but I probably need to get to G4 so that that pawn can be blocking their other pawns from moving, and then when I advance the H pawn, I can take it and they won't be able to just push past me, so I don't know. Yeah, thanks. I think so. I think I lost all my games the last 2 days, which is pretty sad, but I won against the 1200, so that's really cool, and hopefully things are starting to turn around. Although I feel like they are really strong right now. I don't know what my chances are. I feel like my pawn race is really slow, so we'll see. I think I was going to take that, but I don't think I can because the rook can just come down. I think I just have to, I probably have to just move this pawn up, because otherwise the rook comes down and it's almost checkmate already, so this is sad, but I don't have a choice. Let's see. Yep, honestly, that shouldn't be surprising because I used to be over 1200 by quite a bit, but, oh my gosh, how did I totally miss that? That's dumb. You're right, I should have totally. I was seeing it for a really long time until they advanced the pawn, and then I just totally missed it. Okay, well, we'll do it now. It's sad that I have to lose the knight, but it's nice that they decided to give me the rook. I knew what you were talking about. Like, I mean, the bishop has been eyeing that diagonal forever, and then for some reason I ignored it. But anyway, um, let's see. It's funny that I still got it. A little surprised, honestly. I mean, they are only rated 1,000, so I expect mistakes, but they've played perfectly until that move. What? Oh, attacking the queen? That's fine. I'll just move it. Oh, that was stupid. What am I thinking? I was just ignoring the fact that there's a pawn there. Wow. Okay. Well, at least I won the last one, but I want to lose this one. It's great that I got the rook, so I was a little bit ahead. Oh, what? Oh, duh. Okay. Well, I guess that's even better than just taking. Well, I'm dead. I deserve it. Maybe I should have. I don't know. It doesn't matter what I do, it's over. Let's see. Well, I thought I was playing better today, but that's obviously not true. Oh well, it's okay. At least I went up 12 last time, so I won't go down that much this time. Actually, I am almost 100 higher than them, so it'll still be a decent amount of loss, but oh well. Maybe next game. I was afraid they might do that. It's terrible. I thought it would be helpful to get their rook, but it wasn't at all. Oh, I'm stupid. I can't believe I decided to just give away a rook. Okay. I mean, I knew that because that was on the same diagonal. Oh well. I suck. Okay. Gosh. I'm the absolute worst chess player in the universe. I just got lucky 2 games in a no, that was only my second game, I think. I got lucky in my first game, for sure. And that person was way worse than this person, so since I lost the last one, I'm guaranteed to lose this one. Wow. I don't even know what to do. I guess I'll do this, because that pawn is really under attack now. But then I'm going to have to move the bishop again immediately to make sure I don't get forked. So if they take with knight, I'll do bishop c5 and attack it. Double tax, that's pretty okay. I want to stay low. I want to stay under 1100 because I'm just that bad. So if I start, if I were to get to 1100 or up, I would. It's even more likely that I would never win. And it's nice to have some wins and some losses. So it's probably better for me to play this way. Because if I was, um, I should have done something else. I just don't have a good square for my bishop, so it's pretty terrible. Okay, that was weird. I don't know why they castled. That was really strange. Shoot, that doesn't even work. I'm in trouble. There's nothing good I can do here. I just have to lose a piece. No matter what, pretty much. Okay. I guess that's another defender, so maybe it's good for me to do that. So, I was thinking of playing knight e5, but that's terrible. Or I was also thinking of bishop there attacking the queen, but if I did that, that doesn't work so well either, so I don't know. Kind of rough. Do, do, do. I do love giving away my queen for some reason. Oh, I didn't even think about that. If their knight moves, jeez, that would be crazy. I might actually try to make this happen because that would be crazy if it did. I see a tactic. There's no guarantee it would work, but it would be really amazing if it did. And as bad as I'm doing, it would be amazing if I could make them mess up. Do do do. So I'm thinking of bishop takes h7 or h2. Bishop takes h2, and then if they don't move the king, they'd have to take with the knight. Actually, that's a really good idea. Well, I was gonna do knight takes first. Um, yeah, knight takes, and then I'm attacking the knight. So they'd be more inclined to take, and I'm only sacrificing one piece for the pawn, but then I'd get the queen, so I guess it's somewhat forced. Because when I take with the knight, I'm also attacking the rook. So as much as I was going to say I'm counting on them making a bad move, I think it's going to be good for me no matter what, so it's probably just a good idea. The only way to stop it really is if city bishop e3. That was not the move, so that's encouraging, and I'm going to go for this. I'm really glad I saw that because I almost could have missed it, and that's a really nice tactical shot. Nice. I'm really surprised, but that worked out really well. Let's see. I don't even know how to move forward here. That's really dumb. I should not have given away a pawn. I like giving away my pawns a lot of times. Oh well. Not sure what you're saying about the rook. If I take the rook with the queen, they can take with their other rook, so I'm not that excited about it. Oh, I was looking at a previous message. That's hilarious. I looked at the really old message. That was the previous game. Haha. Never mind, those were really old messages. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is dumb. Because there's no way for me to put the other rook on this file, so that was just stupid of me. I guess I have the queen too, though, so I should be able to make stuff happen. Do 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 do. Bishop move. That kind of surprises me a bit. Okay. Cool. I'll take a +8. That's encouraging. I always lose in the rematch, no matter what, even when I'm playing well. That's always how it's been for me, so. But I like to be nice and give the rematch if people ask for it, usually. The exception would be if I had a bunch of people that wanted to play me, and, then maybe it's better to not do that. But for now, say generally that's what I like to try to do. Thank you. I guess they're trying to pull off the trap that I had happen to me, but now I totally don't mind losing the knight since I got a pawn and a rook for it. Good night, knight. I'll just tie them down a little bit. Why not? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. They don't have another good place in this area to have the knight, so I like the idea of chasing it away to a useless square, and then now what? Ooh, that's kind of not great, having the dark squared bishop there. I guess getting one piece and then losing it too. I still have a small lead because of the... No, I'll just lose the one, but at least I get a pawn for it. That's something at least. I should have maintained more of a lead, but I guess a 6-point lead is not bad. Okay, weird. I feel kind of dumb though, because I feel like they could have just taken my pawn really easily, and I'm glad they decided not to, but I definitely want to defend that now. Yeah, that would have been check. They totally should have done that. By all means, they should have done that. Okay. Okay, let's see. I really need to get out of here. I don't like this. I mean, I'm doing okay right now, but I feel like it is kind of scary. Maybe knight d2, and then putting the rook on b1, which I hate the idea of, but it's probably the right move. I still have a big lead. I'm tempted to just take the bishop. Probably shouldn't, but they also have the bishop pair, and that might make it harder for them to really do much. So, as much as this is probably extremely dumb, I think I might do it anyway. Well, let me see. Knight takes, knight takes. Yeah, no, we'll try this first. Because this is an even trade, and it would also get rid of the bishop pair, so I'll try this first. If this doesn't work, I might sacrifice the rook. Honestly, I probably should have done rook over and then done that. Because I have enough defenders on c3, I probably should have just done it this way instead. Okay, interesting. So they really want the bishop pair, apparently. So, knight takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I still can't really move the knight out, which is really not good. Now the question is, okay, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should just go here and attack the knight so that they won't have that extra defender. They can't defend it with a pawn, so that's awesome. And yeah, might be able to get away with something here. Okay, well, I was thinking about sacrificing the rook anyway, and I think I'm just going to now. Because that also is going to ensure that they never have enough attackers over here, and I can get away with this. So that wasn't entirely just dumbness. I was thinking all along I might do that if the opportunity presented itself, and I'm still leading by a decent amount. So hopefully that wasn't a complete error, although it might have been, although it also makes my bishop stronger because theirs is no longer there to oppose it. So I think that was maybe not the worst thing. Okay. They can't really go near my pieces right now because of where they're placed. So I kind of like this. Oh, that was stupid. I just gave away the. No, never mind. I can take the knight back if they take. So, yeah, I probably would have rather not done that, but it could be worse. It also means my bishop will be worthless on doubled pawns that are just locked there, so that means I have to get my bishop out of there if they end up taking here. I'm actually glad they didn't take, I think. Oh, I see. The rook is defending it. That makes sense. Okay. Um, so what? Attacking my bishop. I think I'm kind of actually okay with that because the bishop is not doing anything anyway. So this is the safest move. It's too passive. I hate it, but might be good. Actually, they could have totally won. The bishop and knight were both on my knight there, so I don't know why they decided they didn't want it. Okay, let me see. I'm glad though. I'm glad they didn't just take it because I didn't really want to mess up my pawns there. Oh, your internet died? That's too bad. I was I wondered. Sometimes people go away without saying anything, so I wasn't too worried about it. But glad you got it back. I'm actually a little concerned about mine because it only shows the one bar and it never shows my connection being that bad. So it's amazing because I feel like I haven't disconnected at all. But if it were to happen, it wouldn't surprise me at all. They finally just made the crucial bad move, so it looks like I'm gonna win this one. Nice. Yeah, you got back just in time. Exactly. That's what I was hoping. That was the whole reason I moved my knight to a5 in the first place. I'm a little surprised they fell for it. And the other thing is, as soon as I took the rook, if they took my knight, I could take their knight because their rook was defending the knight. So I was probably going to get a couple of pieces out of that. at least one for sure. Um, so yeah, that was good. So close to 1100, which is always nice. If I can actually get there eventually. Huh, okay. Hmm. Ooh. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I guess the internet could just be bad everywhere. I think it's a city to city thing, probably, or, whatever area they happen to cover is, bad and, like it's a local thing or it has to do with, I feel like it's probably, you know, providers in different areas make it good or bad. So that's what I would guess. I mean, I don't know that you can just go have something happen in the world and be like, oh, it's going to be bad everywhere, Maybe. Um, but yeah, I am really surprised. I haven't disconnected at all, as far as I know. But the red bar means there's no connection. So I thought, because I've seen that for my opponents at times. Uh, yeah, that's weird. It says member offline, so therefore I'm not connected. So it's like, how am I playing? How am I streaming when I'm not even connected? I thought that's what that meant. So I guess it's just a lie. I guess the computer's just lying about the fact that I'm connected or something. It's really weird. Yeah, I'm not online. I'm streaming and playing on chess.com without even being on the internet. I guess that's pretty miraculous. I guess I won't worry about it. I mean, as long as it's working, I could just say they're lying or something, and I guess I don't really care. And I mean, as soon as I discovered that it showed that, I would definitely thought, um, yeah, right. Well, I did check right away as soon as I discovered that I had the red bar. I checked. It's like, yeah, it looks like my internet's connected, so I don't want to mess with anything. So yeah, it's kind of strange. Hmm. Well, I don't know what to do with this. I guess I'll castle. I kind of don't know which side I should be castling on. Probably, well, I don't know. I kind of like opposite sides, but since I already have doubled pawns and B files half open, that could have been really dangerous. Yeah, I'm more likely to say that the computer's just lying than to say it's magic, but oh well. It's kind of funny anyway. Maybe chess.com is just having issues. I cannot believe they just castled there. That's a little bit crazy to me. Makes it easier to have a game plan, though. Although the knight is there, and I don't know if I like that, to be honest. Um, I don't really want to. Well, yeah, I do. I was going to say I don't want to attack that pawn, but I do because it would open the file for my rook, and that could be really good. It's pretty silly, honestly. I thought it was just a bad connection, and when I read it and it said offline, I was like, well, that's clearly not true. Alright. Well, I don't know what to expect here. I think it's really interesting that they already don't have a B pawn, and now, well, it's not, I don't have to take the A pawn. They could just play A3 after I take. And then they'll be good. So there's not, I guess there's no, oh wow, that was a little bit strange. I think I'll take that one. These pawns are weak, but now this file's just open, and if they take those pawns, the file really is open, so I think I'm okay to lose those pawns if I need to. I actually prefer that over what they did earlier, to be honest. Let's see. Yes, exactly. That's what I was so happy about. That's why I'm saying, if I have to give up the A pawns, I don't really care. It's just going to make it easier for me in the end. And the other thing is, I can push C6 and attack the knight, so that's another direct attack. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that because, like right now, for example, they could play Queen C3 and have the battery against my king. So if the knights were to move, but it would be a checkmate threat. So I have to be somewhat careful. It might be good to just do something like Queen E8, Queen E7, and then move the rook to B1, so I have both rooks over here. I'm not sure what's best exactly, but I do really need to be careful a little bit. Um, Now I'm afraid of F4. That will be sad, and then my other knight will have to stay there. So I'm probably going to have to end up losing a piece. Um, let's see. Maybe. Oh, okay. I know. I'll start by attacking this knight, and then I will, and then I also will allow my queen to get out. Then I can play queen b6, and then rook b1 or rook b8, and then I can. My attack will be faster than theirs, and even if I end up losing a knight, it's probably fine. So I think this is okay. And I like the fact that I have the c pawn defended by a pawn, and that's the c files where they have the doubled pawns, so that's not too bad either. Yeah, see, that's not bad. This is actually really cool too. Let me see. Do I want to double those pawns, or do I want a pawn there? Maybe. Because once I move the queen, they could do knight e7 check, which might not be great. My bishop isn't really doing anything at the moment. Maybe it can, I don't know. And I can't do bishop c6 because then that knight check attacks the bishop and it's not defended. I feel like I have to take this, which is really annoying, but I probably do. And I guess I'll move this rook. I'm probably just in trouble here, but I might just be willing to sacrifice the knight if I need to. Unfortunately, the queen would also still be on that diagonal, so this might just not be good for me. But we'll see. Well, that was weird. I'm not sure why they didn't attack my knight. That makes me feel a lot better about things. I'm not even sure if this attack is worth anything, though, honestly. Um, because if I take the bishop, they take with queen, I take with rook, and then I'm down material, rook for bishop, so this still doesn't seem amazing to me. Um, but maybe this is good. Maybe it's good to just have the queen here, and then maybe I do play d5, and that will defend my second knight with more than just the one piece. I could also retreat my knight to d7, and the knights would defend each other, so that's another potential move. So I think, and the other thing is they can't really have a rook opposing my queen very easily because the king is in the way and doesn't. So this might kind of work out, even though I can't really attack. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, the knight d7 is probably the best. But now they're just going to push their pawn twice, and then they'll be able to. I guess I can attack the queen. No, I can't. I can't move the knight, period. I just have to give it away, basically, which is sad. Okay, let's see. Yeah, their attack is way stronger than mine. Although, wait a minute. Since I'm up a bit, not much, but a bit, maybe I should just try to trade queens. Their attack is just going to be way too powerful for me. If I let the queens stay there, I'm just going to be dead. So I kind of have to do this, unfortunately. A weak king doesn't really mean anything at all. I often get their king way weaker, and it doesn't make a difference. I still end up losing. So honestly, weak kings mean absolutely nothing. I'm not nearly as worried about a checkmate, though, anymore now that the queens are gone, so that's going to be quite nice for me. Shoot, I would really like to double rooks, but there's just no way to do it, ever. Um, wow. Um, I'm probably just dead, honestly. Um, I definitely tried, but it's just not my day at all. Wow, now it's pretending that they're offline also. That's funny. Oh, this is actually lucky. If they take my rook and I take with my knight, then I'm defending the pawn. I thought that was going to be hanging, and it's not, so that's just totally lucky for me. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what should happen here. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. I like the knight here, honestly. It's a pretty good spot for the knight. Although the bishop is totally going to prevent me from accomplishing anything, so I can't really get excited as much as I would like to. Let's see. So they're just going to go attack that, which is a bummer. I really should get my knight into the game somewhere where it's going to be useful. I mean, the knight on e8 is serving a purpose, um, although I may have to retreat my rook all the way back to defend it. Actually, the knights are defending each other now as well, so that's cool. But I would like to move my knight further in and actually do something. So we'll see. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected them to do, some kind of pawn move. So, okay. That's what I expected, though. Let me see. Although, if they do advance the pawn, I can take, they can take, and I can play knight h5 and then go for that backward doubled pawn. So that's an option too. Um, wow. I don't think I can do this. I'm not good enough. So, and they're playing perfectly. So, I'll keep going, I guess. I would just be shocked if I end up winning. Um, hmm. I have no idea what to do here. This is crazy. Actually, yeah, I have an idea. Um, let's try this. I know I should go back and be ready to defend my knight, but I kind of like the idea of going for the bishop. If they push the pawn right now, this will be irrelevant, but if they don't, well, actually it doesn't do anything because they just play bishop f3 and defend the pawn, and the pawn is defended anyway, so never mind. Attacking the bishop is pointless. There's literally nothing I can do. Yeah, I know. Um, Honestly, material doesn't matter. That's something I've learned in the last few days. I've had multiple games where I have a lead and I still end up losing because of um, I still end up losing just because their position is better. So like it's one thing I've learned is that basically material is irrelevant. This is probably pointless. In fact, I'm probably going to get my rook trapped pretty soon. I don't know what I'm doing here. They can just move the king over. Um, Actually, I will get I will get the pawn or the bishop right now, so I guess that's decent, but it's probably too risky that I'm trying to do this. Actually, if the bishop moves, I can take the rook, so that would actually be really good for me. Okay, that's pretty okay. I kind of like that. Um, okay. And of course, that meant nothing because they just took my bishop, or they just took my pawn, so that was pointless. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely can't win. Let's see. I guess I should just randomly take stuff because I don't really have any other choice at this point. Or I can just randomly give stuff away. That's another option. But I'm not making any progress. um, wow. So what if I'm winning by a point? That never means anything. That just means I got an extra pawn or whatever. So the only way it matters is if everything else gets traded and I happen to have a pawn and it happens to become a queen. Leading by one means absolutely nothing at low levels. At high levels, I think it really makes a difference, but at low level, it means absolutely nothing. Okay. Hey, I just moved. And it kind of totally ignored me. I was totally gonna do that anyway. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, well, I'm shit. I should have not allowed them to do that. I was just being an idiot, as usual. I knew I had no chance of winning. So it doesn't matter if I was winning by a bit. When people play absolutely perfectly, there's no hope, and it doesn't matter what it appears to be. But since they played perfectly the entire time, I knew that that would happen, and it's fine. It's not my fault. It's just when someone plays perfectly, you know. That's partly why I said it doesn't matter what I do. I could have done anything and they would have won. Yeah, well, like I said, it's not really my fault totally. It's when people play absolutely perfectly, it's just a guaranteed loss for the opponent, whatever they do. So it is shocking to me that there are so many perfect people at really low ratings. It's like why do they decide to have low ratings? Do they just enjoy beating normal people that suck or something? I don't know. It's weird. Because if they are really that good, they should be way higher rated. Again, I didn't even care. I knew that I was going to lose, so I thought about just giving away pieces randomly anyway, but I'm glad that happened because it just, made it quicker, it made it end sooner, which is just good since I already knew the outcome ahead of time. Let's see. Hmm. This isn't as good as I thought. I thought I had a plan. Now I'm not liking it anymore. Okay. Okay, interesting. Do I want to trade? Probably don't have a lot of a choice anyway. Man, I suck at using a bishop pair, but everybody else is amazing at it, so it would be nice to get rid of this if I can. Oh shoot, I should have done that instead. Hmm. I haven't followed the candidates tournament that much. I've watched the last two or three videos from Gotham Chess, at least partially, so that's really cool. I think it's really interesting because he said whoever's leading by round 10 has won it, and so it's pretty sure he knows what's going to happen there. So that's really cool. But I haven't really been following it that closely, and I didn't even watch the videos all the way through, except for the latest one. Well, except for the one that was yesterday or 2 days ago. I haven't watched a video today. I'm not sure if there was one, or if I think they were on today. But yeah, I've been following it a little bit, but not that closely. That was very generous for them to let me put my knight on a decent square. Kind of, although they can just push the pawn and chase me away, so maybe it doesn't make a difference. I find it really interesting that Carlsen has been champion for like so many years. I don't remember when the first year was, but I don't know. Like, part of me wishes that it would change more frequently, and part of me likes it. It's kind of cool that someone is so good that they can stay there and maintain in the first place in the world for years and years. It's kind of cool because it just shows how good they are, and we can learn from them and whatever. But sometimes I wish it would change more frequently. So I don't know what I think about it. I don't really know. I can't remember who I heard. There's one person he doesn't really want to face, and if I don't remember who it is, and if he faces them, maybe it's more likely he probably has a good reason for saying I don't want to face this particular person. And otherwise, I'd say probably not. The other thing is, I feel like I don't follow his activity that much overall, so it's really hard for me to say. I've been a little bit more up on chess this year, but I feel like from 2017 to 2020, I really haven't followed chess events as much. I did it a lot before that, but I feel like the last few years I haven't really been following chess events, so it's really hard for me to have a strong opinion of whether he would maintain the spot or not. I think as long as he doesn't face the person he doesn't want to face, if he ends up playing somebody else, I'd say, yeah, it's not unlikely that he could maintain the spot because he is definitely very good. So if he's not going to be playing against the person he wants to avoid, then I'd say his chances to maintain are pretty good. Hmm. Wait, is that safe? I guess I'll take this pawn. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but I think so. Yeah, surely I can come back. Yeah, I mean, I would like to watch the World Championship this year. I did watch it a couple of times in the past, and that was really cool. Trust Network is actually my favorite. I think his name is Jeremy. I really like him, and I watched his coverage of the World Championships a couple of times, and it was really cool. I need to find him on Twitch. I haven't really looked him up yet on this current account, but he's one of my favorites to watch do analysis and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm guessing he'll stay in first. It's just hard to say that for me because again, I don't know if there's somebody who should, be able to defeat him or whatever. I don't really know, but I think it's pretty likely that he would stay. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do here? What? I didn't even grab the knight. Um, Nice to be up another pawn. I thought surely they had a reason to give that to me. Maybe that was risky, but it looks like it's going to be okay. Ooh, bishop. Let's see. Okay, now I have a really good outpost for my knight on d4, so hopefully that means something, ends up being useful. Yeah, so it's really hard. Like I said, part of me wants, somebody needed to take the number one spot, and part of me doesn't. And the longer somebody stays in first, the more it's like, wow, they're amazing. They're in first for a reason, and, one of the greats in the world. So it's, on the other hand, as much as it could be interesting to see switches, it's just all the more impressive the longer somebody can stay there. So I think it's pretty cool. And I do kind of hope he stays in first, I think. I think it's weird how it's such a long match and you can basically sometimes they just agree to draws just because there's so many games left or whatever. I mean, it's amazing even in the candidates match how many draws there were. So it's interesting. Hmm. Yikes. I don't even know what to do here. I can attack the other rook, which is kind of cool, I guess. But not sure. Yeah, I guess if the alternative is pushing too hard, it makes more sense to just um, take the draw. So I guess it makes sense. Man, I would really like to take on. Uh, I really want to take on f3, but I can't do that. It's really sad. Um, it's too bad all I have are my rooks. In addition to the knight, I guess I can move my rook over. This might. It's pretty good. Even if they push the pawn, I would still go there and fork. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. Um, oh, right. I can't. So, okay. Never mind. So this, let me see. This could be interesting. So I can't go there because the rook can just take me. Okay. Probably should not have done that, to be honest. Oh, that was so dumb. I was not paying attention at all. I just wanted to lose. That was smart. See, I'm just that terrible. I pretend to play well for a long time, and then all of a sudden I just decide to throw the game. I'm just not smart enough to make good moves. I should have known that was checkmate. There were no good moves in that position. That was. I knew I couldn't win. But I've gotten very good at that. I've gotten really good at taking a lead and then throwing the game anyway. That's why I say material doesn't matter, because it really doesn't. You have to be decent at the game. You have to be able to play well at all, and I can't. So, like, if I'm leading by a piece, a pawn, or a piece, so what? That's something I've learned very recently. It totally doesn't matter. I don't know. I wish I was learning something, but I've been playing for like my whole life, and it's weird that I get worse the more I play. Because I think most people get better the more they play. I actually really like this setup against the Scandinavian. It's kind of fun because, my bishops are on nice diagonals. The light scored bishop, not so much, unfortunately, but it's pretty cool. It works as well as it does. Unfortunately, I should probably do this. It's not that big of a deal because, um, oh my god. Okay, this is way worse than I thought. I didn't realize that I was an idiot. Normally that works well for me. That's why I tried it again, but I can't win. I just can't. I got lucky in my first game of the day, and now I'm just back to the way it's been the last few days. I wish I could learn. I wish I could learn from my mistakes, but I don't. I just make the same mistakes over and over, and it's just the way it is. Let's see. Wow, that's weird. I wonder why they did that. No one ever does that for the second move. I mean, I could just go attack it really easily. I'm actually glad that, community is the most important part about it. So, like, if it's a matter of playing well or talking to chat, I'd much rather talk to people. It's just that's what Twitch is about, really. It's not. So I'm actually glad, and that's the other reason I don't care as much. I have to learn to be. I should be able to be fine with it no matter what anyway. But like, if that's the reason I'm failing, that's a good reason to be. I just need to learn to play better, even when I'm talking to people. But it's good. That's what Twitch is about largely. And if I played a lot better, but I wasn't talking to chat, it's like, how much would that really be worth it? So if that's the sacrifice I have to make, it's definitely worth it. I think I'm just genuinely getting worse, and that's probably, you know, it's fine if that's the case. And I think the biggest factor is, like I've said before, the biggest factor is because there are videos and so many free resources. I remember when I first started in 2010 or something, and I'm sure there were still videos on YouTube, but not nearly as many. And basically, I paid for Diamond membership largely to get the videos, and now it's like there's videos everywhere. Like, honestly, I think it's so it feels like probably, um, I think there's just so many resources out there nowadays that there's no way of, you know, I think there's so many resources out there that people are just going to play better in general, and that's just the way it is. So, you know, if I really want to be good, I have to, you know, compete with everybody else that can study as much as they want, watch as much as they want. And most people do get better from practice. Even though I don't, that doesn't mean that applies to everyone else. So, you know, because most people will improve with practice, everyone outclasses me, and that's why my rating has to stay super low. So, that's okay. That's probably the biggest factor. I mean, the people in PogChamps, for example, improved a ton over the course of 3 weeks or a month or whatever it was. And it's like, I've been playing for years and I get no better, and that's just the way it is. So it's a mystery, but I just need to accept it. And I'm in such trouble. This is just bad. My night is just a problem. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of mystery to it. And I've always wondered. Well, I'm glad you like it. Sometimes I wonder, it's like, why? Wow, why do people want to watch such and such? Whether it be me, whether it be certain other people, it's easy to be like, why would anyone? Why do people really like that or want that or whatever? But that's the main thing. That's kind of what I was saying earlier. The important thing is if people are going to enjoy it, if it's going to be, if there's community behind it, that's what matters more so than the the skill level. And I've seen other people that you know, have really low ratings and they still have a lot of viewers. I'm just like, that's great. It doesn't matter if I'm good or not, really. Man, this is terrible. I would love to just move my queen, but then they'd probably take, and my king is going to be completely open. I think I'm just in a terrible position no matter what at this point. Um, wow. Ooh, wow. I mean, the biggest thing that I've been coming across lately is that most people play perfectly, and so of course I'm not gonna win. Like it's, and so I just have to not care anymore. I definitely make mistakes. I'm a normal human, but most people are just perfect or almost perfect. I guess I'll just advance all my kingside pawns. I don't really have a choice. Knight has been pinned long enough. It is crazy that I'm so close to 50 followers. I sure hope I can make some progress these next few days. You know, it would be so cool to. Of course, like I said, since average viewers is the hard part, that could still be quite far away, but who knows? I'm just really excited about my dad doing the artwork for the channel. That's going to be really cool. What in the world can I even do here? Yeah, that's kind of what I mean about everybody just training and getting a lot better. Uh, yeah, that's what I mean about. I think it's just people are watching the videos and like getting really good at all levels. And so once I got done, it's or what once I went down and I realized, wow, people are amazing no matter what their ratings. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Although, again, it's weird. I have like the really good times and slumps, and I just feel like, man, I was doing so well, and I feel like this week it hasn't been great yet. But Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be streaming all weekend, a lot this weekend, in the afternoons and evenings, and so probably some things will happen. It was actually Friday, Saturday combined but I got 7 followers just in the course of the 2 days, so that was like my best time ever so far. But I'm only 7 away from 50 now, so I just feel like hopefully, this can happen pretty soon here. Man, what do I wasn't ready for that yet. Dang it. Thanks. Shoot. I don't know what I was gonna do next, but I'm not quite ready for that. Oh my gosh.
You're gonna lose.
I know.
Kind of.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can tell just by looking at this position. Um, Gosh, this is so bad. Um, my knight defends the queen, so this is kind of actually not that bad. Huh? Okay, that was just weird. I don't know why they. Okay, let's see. All right, cool. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you. I'll catch you next time. Um, this isn't quite as bad as I thought. It's not great, but it could be okay. Actually, isolating a pawn for them might be good for me as well. So this is kind of neat. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they just quit. It's not like that was an amazing position for me or anything. I would have lost if they hadn't quit. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't doing anything amazing. This pawn on e5 was definitely something they could have taken. They could have taken the pawn with the queen, it would have been isolated. Oh, there was the bishop. I wasn't even paying attention to my bishop, so I could have taken the knight and messed up their king side a little bit. But as far as I can see, they didn't really have a reason to resign there. That was so weird. Okay. Well, I definitely didn't deserve that, and I'm being completely honest about that. I have no idea why they resigned, but I guess I'll take it. It did say no blunders and 1 mistake, so in theory I played that game very well, but I didn't. I was only up a pawn. Let's see. 7 best moves, 3 excellent moves, 2 good moves, so it wasn't even that many. Wow. Well, that's the second time that I got plus 10. Maybe you should say I'm going to lose more frequently and then I'll win. Ah, that's hilarious. I know I should not have won that. Oh, I forgot to check my accuracy. That's what I really was going to check, and I forgot to do that. Let's see. Wow, 1192, another really high one. Nice. It's funny when people assume I don't know the main line. Jeez, I'm dumb. I should have just put the bishop there to block, because I knew they were going to do the check there. That was not good at all. Okay, I'm glad they decided to be weird and advance that pawn, because that wasn't that helpful. Actually, it wasn't bad, to be honest. Interesting. Jeez, I need to just attack. I can't afford to run away all the time. That's why I don't win so frequently. Because I make dumb moves like running away like that. Ooh, that's really good for them, actually. Um, Very interesting. Wow, they are over 100 higher than me. I should have guessed. Crazy. Let's see. Okay. I guess I don't have a choice now. I should have been smart and not done that because I knew they'd replace it with the other knight. Oh well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 7, looks like. What? Wait. What are they doing? There has to be. Oh, I see. I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna trap my rook. I guess 2 pieces for the. Well, maybe, but that creates a passed pawn as well, which is kind of scary. I guess it's 2 pieces for the rook anyhow. So I'm gonna just do this. Actually, there's no reason for me to lose my rook. Why would I give away my rook for no reason? There's no reason for me to. I'm crazy for even thinking of giving it away, because why would I? I'm not sure why they were so intent on trading it, since they just went down a piece. It's kind of funny. Okay. So they want to overwhelm me with their pawns now, perhaps? Oh my gosh, that was really dumb of me. Wait a minute. I can actually get away with this. I just don't understand why they keep walking their king onto squares where I can put them in check again and again. That's the only reason that I'm getting away with this. Well, back to 92. So, at least I'm getting a few wins today. I think I've gotten plus 10 like 3 times. It's just that I keep losing as well, but that one worked out. Awesome. That was pretty fun. I was very confused as to why they let me do that. Wow, they are also quite high compared to me. I think I'll do a scotch this time. I think, yeah, I actually like this. This is one of my favorite openings, or my favorite ways to play the scotch, where I feel like they have to have a disadvantage no matter what they do. Okay. I'm really not being careful. I needed to look a little bit more. Ooh. So they're castling on that side. Very interesting. I probably should kingside castle. I wasn't going to, but I feel like it's probably safer. Although I can't do it now. I have to get my queen off this diagonal, most likely. Um, let's see. I don't like this. I'm pretty scared at the moment, to be honest. So now I'm thinking about knight g5 attacking the queen and also the bishop, and if I do it before I castle, then they wouldn't even be attacking the rook afterwards. So I might just go for this next. Jeez, that's annoying. Well, I wasn't going to castle on this side anyway, so I guess I don't really care that much. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, that is interesting. They can take my queen, and then I can take the rook. And I'm not attacking the bishop, however... Okay, I was going to say, if they decided to not take that for some reason, I would have been able to attack the other rook as well, so I feel pretty good about it. The problem is, their bishop is pretty much impossible to deal with, so that's kind of scary. Let's see. I think I'm going to go for this. I might even trade my rook for their bishop because the bishop is just totally dominating right there, which is weird to say. Bishops aren't very good, but it sure looks like it's very amazing where it's at. Oh, their bishop is actually defending. I was thinking of taking on c7, but I can't do that anyway. Okay, well that makes it easy, so I'm just going to castle now, since they decided to let me. I probably should have saved my knight, but actually it's not a big deal at all, because I can just push the pawn and take the bishop. So it is just a trade, even though, well, I have to pin. I have to create the pin first, but I will definitely be able to take the piece back. So I should have seen that and planned it a little bit better, but I got lucky and I basically have a way to deal with this. Should be fine. Although I might regret this because now I can't double my rooks as easily, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, let's see. Oh, they could be in trouble pretty easily here, I think. It's weird. I have a lead, but it's acting like they have a lead. I'm very shocked, to be honest. Let's see. I think I can get a couple pieces for a rook and make it work pretty well here. So if they move king b8, I'm probably going to take. And then when they take with the king, I can take the knight, and then it would be created discovered check. So maybe I just do this now anyway. Force this 2 pieces for the rook. They got a pawn just now, so it's probably not really worth it. But it could be, and I can actually take another 2 pawns because I take this, and then they're in check, and then I can take another one. So this might actually kind of be okay. Now, we're basically tied now. Still showing their pawn up, but I'm going to be able to pick up 1 or 2, so it'll be good. And I just got another one, which is great. So now we're tied, finally. So I have 3, they have 2 on that side. They have 2, I have 1 on this side. So that's pretty sad. Yeah, it's really scaring me, but we'll see what happens. Knights are way better than bishops, so a little worried, but we will see what happens. Okay. They can allow a discovered check, or I can get a pawn. So I think either way, this is going to be really good for me. Thank you. I will take it gladly. I was more scared of the pawns on this side anyway, so I'm quite happy with this. Oh, I forgot about that. Wow. How did I miss that earlier? That's pretty amazing. Nice. Okay. Well, this is a guaranteed loss because I'm doing a rematch, but that was a good game. Well, okay. Bishop out. Interesting. That's not a very normal move. That's probably why. It's a pretty scary looking one. Just allows me to put them in check there, which is awesome. Um, and we're going to try this, attacking that pawn that they isolated. More importantly, a chance to say check. Perhaps, although I don't think that check is actually that strong because they just block with the pawn, then I have to retreat. So, oh shoot, no, I really needed to do knight h5, but that wouldn't have even been safe. So it's good that I did not do it. I guess I'll be nice and give them my rook. I couldn't think of another option. I guess I'll just be dumb. At least I'm getting a couple of pawns. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they're hugely crushing me, so I have to be very careful. I'm probably too late, and since it's a rematch, I already know what's going to happen. Let's see. Oh, this is actually good. Let's do it. Honestly, I think I did do the right thing by giving them the rook, and this is part of why I allowed it. That's like way out of play. Everything's happening at other points in the board. It's basically doing nothing. I could get my knight out and maybe capture it. And if I don't, they have to waste time getting it back out. But it's literally not doing anything except for having taken that. So if I can just keep initiatives, this can actually be okay. And this is a basically trading rooks and So I do end up getting a rook out of this deal as well, which is good. So that's nice because they're not leading. It's acting like they're leading by a pawn, but they're not because their lead was the rook, and I just got it back. So it's glitching and saying that they have a lead when they don't, but that's fine. Now I can go. Ooh, I'm actually threatening this fork, so they can't get the knight out, which is nice. Ooh, my rook can't capture the knight, or it would allow maybe not a mate, but very close to a mate. It's so dangerous, I'm not sure. Okay. Um, so do I just say check and then trade? Or they just got off that? Anything else that's worth trying here? I think I'll just do this check first and see where they go. And now I'm going to take the knight because I like that. Mine didn't escape, so I don't want theirs to either. That seems pretty good. Oh shoot, I should have forked them. I can't believe I missed that. I could have had the queen. Okay, that was generous. I don't know what they were thinking. Wow, that was cool. Okay. Guess I'll go for, wow, plus 10 again. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. I keep finding all the high rated players. Okay. I learned this from having it used against me so many times. That's why I started doing it. It's kind of fun. Not really worth anything in this case because it's just trading, but oh well. Ooh, very interesting. Okay. I thought they might want to trade the knight, but I guess not. I can appreciate them weakening the center there to the set of doubled isolated pawns. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, castling. That's tough. I really want to. I really want to take, but I think, yeah, I should really castle first, and then after that, I have a lot more freedom. That probably was a good thing to do. I might take the knight, but I'm not even sure because it fixes their pawns, so I don't necessarily want to do that. Okay. Now what? Frick. This is hard. Okay, so if I take the knight and they take. Wait a minute. Huh. Well, that's interesting. It's probably not good, but it might be kind of alright. I'm just going to go for it, I guess. Looks like I have to be. Oh, I can take the pawn, and they can take my knight. If I advance. I really don't have good places for a knight to go. That's the problem. I guess I'm not losing that pawn instantly because it's defended by the knight for now. So this is kind of maybe okay. I don't like it, but it's probably one of my better moves right now. I was thinking the queen was the only defender, and it's like, oh, actually, it's not. So I'm encouraged by that. Oh, wow. Both of these. Well, I have to move the knight first because it's being attacked, so I guess I have to do this. So my first lead of the game, and if this continues to go well, we'll see. Could actually turn into something. Let's see, bishop moved. Okay, that was defending. So if I take with that knight, and it's defended, the queen could take there. I could just take there and attack the queen. And the queen could just come down and take the pawn. Man, I don't know. This is really hard. Wow. Probably going to regret this, but I'll do it anyway, I guess. That's what I was hoping for, but I wasn't expecting it. That was really nice. So they're down a pawn. Why is it saying I'm leading by 2 then? That's really strange. I'm really confused. I'm only leading by a pawn, but it says +2 for me. Oh, they have 5. I see. Yeah. No, I have 7. Got it. Okay, so I am leading by 2 pawns. That's great. If they'd taken it in the opposite order, taken the queen first, I think I would have not done so well. And now these are locked in, it's going to be a lot harder for them to cause trouble here, I think. Although they can fork right there, and I was just dumb and allowed that, so I should have been looking more about what was going on instead of allowing that. But oh wait, they can't do that. The pawn can just capture. I need to really pay attention. Cool, I like it. This is good so far. Let's see. What do we do here? I really have no idea what I should be going for at this point. Maybe I should try to double rooks on the e file or something. Very interesting move. Okay. Um, wow, so I did get over 1100. That's a little shocking. I mean, it helps that the wins I got were like plus 10, plus 11, stuff like that. Kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm not sure where we're headed here. I was thinking about knight d3, and maybe knight f4 to try to trade off their powerful knight, but I'm not really sure. Oh, I see. Well, if they do nothing about it, I have a really nice fork from this position. And I'm glad they took a while because I was so thinking knight d3 that I think I would have missed that. But since I've had a lot of time to think on their turn, I saw a much better move. So I may do the fork. I may just take another pawn because it's there. Although if I take that, they probably play rook b8 and then take on b2, and I don't necessarily want that either. So maybe I shouldn't go for that yet. The queen is... wow. I don't know if there is a good move for them to be... well, I think they kind of have to play queen d6, to be honest, to defend the... because they have to defend the knight. And also... I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. It looks like they don't have a lot of good options right now. I didn't realize how hard of a position this is for them. But it really is. Which is very cool. Okay, that's actually a pretty good move that I missed. Okay. Okay, I moved, nothing happened. Let's go here, make it even more possible for me to do that. They could trade off the knights, but since I'm leading by 2 pawns, I don't even mind the trades, if that's what I want. Maybe I should have just taken that. I'm not sure. Of course, if they move the rook over, I could just take the f5 pawn, and that's probably better because that's not helpful to them. Okay, that's a move. Let's see. Probably should not have done this, but it's probably kind of alright at this point. The other thing is, I'm realizing that at this point, if they do play rook b8, my knight move will attack the queen, so they'd have to deal with that first anyway. But it's still probably not a great move that I just did that. Oh, okay, never mind. I wasn't missing the huge thing I thought I might be. Man, forking the king and queen with the knight would have been insane, but that's not an option. But they now have one pawn to my 4, so I like that. Well, okay. Queen, wait. Right. Okay. Well, I can still do my normal move and go right back where I was, where I can do the same attack, potentially. Not sure what to think. I'd love to bring my rook down and attack the knight, maybe, if the queen moves to where that is possible. Maybe advance my c pawn so I can play queen b6. Okay, let me see. If I move the pawn up right now, that doesn't work so well because the queen can just take it, which is not ideal. Interesting. Not really sure what to do here. I could attack the queen again, but is there a purpose to that? Probably not really. Wait, no, I can't. Never mind. I was thinking I could move my knight to where I can't, so that is nothing. I think I will just bring a rook in. Try that. I do see that the queen can come down and take on a2 if I'm not careful, so I could play that first. but preparing to double rooks at the very least, and trying to scare them looks pretty good. Do 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 do. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do it. If the queen leaves, that's kind of too bad, but I think that would actually be okay for me. So I'm not that worried about it. Jeez, I cannot believe I'm putting myself in this position again. Now I have to give away at least 2 pawns. Okay. I would have loved to do something aggressive right there, but I figured I've got to open up my king, give them at least 1 square. Maybe 2 if I get a chance to take that pawn. That would be beautiful, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm still leading by 3 pawns, so I like that. Okay, queen takes. What's the worst that can happen? Queen goes in my back row, check. I think I really like this. I don't mind. If they do that, they might grab a pawn or 2, but I don't really see them doing very much here. And I'm attacking the knight, which is great. Okay, why? I don't understand that move, to be honest. Oh, I like this a lot actually. Wow. This is so weird. I don't know. I'm glad they're a lot lower on time, but I feel like I'm using a good amount of time as well, so I really need to start doing something. Wow. So if they go a6, queen a6, I might try to trade. Okay, they're still there. Makes sense. Let's see. Um, Now they can't block nearly as easily. They don't even have a good dark square to go to try to switch back and put me in check, so this is a pretty nice position for me to be in. My queen covers at 3 of those squares. The only good one they could go to put me in check is f4 at the moment, and they'd have to make an extra move before they're even able to go there. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay, so now they're preparing to go to f4. And I'm going to go back on the diagonal so they can't put me in check. And I don't think there's really anything they can do at this point to stop me. I've put them under a lot of pressure, though. They've had to think a lot. So this has been one of my best games in a long time. Whether I won or lost, just the fact that it got to an end-game period, the fact that we were pretty even. I mean, not really. I'm way up because I got the 4 extra pawns, but as far as actual pieces and stuff, it's been pretty even, so pretty excited. Anyway, because it's been a really good game and because I want to stream for a while later this evening, I do want to. I am going to take a break after this game. Sometimes I go later than this, but I'm just going to take a break and then get on again later. It's another plus 10, 11, 22. Pretty amazing. So that was good. Feel free to follow or subscribe, and I will be back later this evening.